Hi, people. This is Gio of a Roundtable, and today I'll be talking about it's a mini series, and it's one of the last cover. It's one of the best because it has the most character, give or take, in this storyline, and it's called here you go, Batman Killing Time. And in there, the writer is Tom King, artist David Marquez, and colorist. Yes, where did I mention the colorist? But this guy, anyways, it's a work of art of all three of them, and his name Alejandro. I'm not singing. Sanchez. Okay, and I'll just show you one part of the cover inside that I love the most because this takes place that Batman he caught up to Clock King, and they're talking on a building tower or whatever on the roof, and Clock King is yapping, yapping, yapping. Batman just see it motionless and everything, and he just whacks him, knocks him out. Okay, so this is the part. Now, here it goes. God bloody hell, the best miniseries I've read in a long time. From any comic, from DC, Marvel, who, whatever it is, it's spectacular. I mean, the artwork is for myself off the charts with the colorist, and the storyline is really it's this could easily been like a movie. Let's put it this way, but I'll talk to that later on. Okay, in there you have the Riddler. You have in the sixth series you have Catwoman. You have a mini appearance of the Joker. You have Killer Croc. You have Al Ghul, mini appearance too, and then you have this guy called the Help. Then you have the Penguin. Then you have Jim Gordon appears there, which is still a commissioner, Clock King, and a bunch of the mini gangs from the gangs of the Moth and all the what's called the Penguin and all these people, okay, and or even in the Joker kind of sense, okay, and there's three stories into this gift there. There's the storyline of this box that came from, if I remember right, yeah, on 1157 BC to now present to 50 years ago or a couple of years ago, then from 300 years ago to 400 BC, and then 1873 AD, So the whole thing in the box doesn't matter. And then you have to follow the date. And sometimes I couldn't understand certain point because this person's buying this item and then you look at the date, but it doesn't make sense. And you have to be a detective because you have to calculate. Something won't tell the year. It will just say like 400 years ago. Then it was like then something happened that moment you're reading, and it'll say this happened a month ago, but this thing happened 6 months ahead. So you gotta calculate like a detective, like try and make it be a mini Batman. Which thank God I only make only a mini Batman. I can't even make a Joker. And I'm looking at the time because I don't want to take too much time. But anyways, everything from the reading point to the end, spectacular. For myself, I mean, this thing, I mean, if All Night is worth a lot of money, example, one shot, I'll hesitate. I will try to read it at least until I have to get rid of it. Because it's worth rereading and rereading. I can't wait for when a couple years from now, I'm going to reread it. I'm like, oh my God, it's spectacular. Now, here's where I'm going to do this. Now, there's even a new appearance of this person called the Help. Now, this guy is supposed. Now, I don't know if he's ageless or he ages slowly or is immortal or whatever. He gets older slowly. Who knows? Because probably he went to that Lazarus pit. Because he knew Al Ghul too. Because when he's fighting Batman, you can see he's kind of analyzing Batman. And he beat up Batman. He knocked him out. Batman, because Batman is this happens like kind of near the beginning of Batman, where you already met the Riddler, all these people at least a couple of times, not much, not compared to the present Batman kind of sense who met them like a dozen times, right? For me, this would have been the best Batman movie, two-part seriously, like two parts kind of sense, because one will be too much. Because as I said, you have the Riddler, you have the Catwoman, they're the main characters of the villains in there. You have Killer Croc, enough appearance that he robs a bank and he has a fight with Batman. So he has and Killer Croc is not the villain you want to see the whole movie because okay. Then you have a mini appearance Al Ghul, enough to intrigue people that they want to know more about him, and that you have to go back into the past in another movie, or there was enough of him in a prequel movie before this movie over here, okay? Then you have the Penguin, okay? And his appearance in there, it's kind of enough. You could have him later on or before another movie example. Mini appearance of the Joker. So, me personally, I'll have the Joker later on because you always, in a movie, it's like a book. The climax is when it's the main villain. You cannot fight the Joker first and then you go through the Penguin and the Riddler because they're nobody next to the Joker. Joker is the main centerpiece. They should be always at the end or near the end, okay? Now, why would I... And oh yeah, there's this agent I wrote it down, okay? I call her they call her Cursing Agent. Her name is Nuri Espinosa, okay? Espinosa, okay? Now, what I would have done all of this movie, okay? If I'm going to do a movie, okay? And yes, I'm talking about a movie, but it's, okay? I would have made the help, okay? His name would have been Slade Wilson. Because the help was trained by Al Ghul, okay? So he was, and that was before an example, like he got injected and everything, but it didn't go to the next level. So then Slade Wilson, when this thing is over, he goes back to make his immune system go to the maximum, which he is now. So in other words, it gets even more dangerous, kind of sense. But I would have made him Slade Wilson, the help, okay? Then the agent, Nuri Espinosa, okay? She's cursing, she hates people, she can't stand everything, okay? And she hates Batman, and she hates costume people. What I would have made her is the next Poison Ivy. That, except having her walking around and everything, I would have made her an example because she's trying to get back into shame. She's cursing, she's going Batman and everything. I would have made her go into therapy and everything to relax. And the person doing therapy for her is, I'll make it into a male or somebody else, or a woman, older, but you could see she's a kind of magical whatever. And it's all plants. That she goes going through the world of plants and everything. And slowly but surely she curses less. And she'll she'll say a cursing word, Batman and the human race. Goes they're the cancer of my life and this earth, and plants and earth is the only thing that relaxes me. So you can make her into Poison Ivy later on, you know? And who knows, you can make it the psychiatrist do Harlequin Quinn before she becomes the cuckoo kind of sense, you know? But overall, I mean, spectacular. I mean, this thing here, oh my god. If there's an uncut version, hardcover, with more pages inside than this, guess what? I'm buying it right away. So that's it. I took enough of your time. Best miniseries I've read in a long time. I'm telling you, I was drooling on the art, visual, and writing, and storytelling. It's realistic kind of sense. I mean, as realistic as a comic book can get, this is it. It's not stupid, and the art makes it feel more like movie realistic kind of version. I know it's a comic book, but you know what I'm saying with that. So you guys, I'm gonna let you guys go, but go for it. I mean, if you could find one book, read it, look at it before you spend more money on it. But for myself, it's a killing. So that's it. Geo out, and I was just finishing Killing Time, Batman Killing Time. That's it, guys. Bye-bye, guys.